Today, the studio behind EVE Online, CCP Games, announced a brand new game. More specifically, they announced a blockchain game. And it seems very likely to me that this is all going to end predictably and probably spectacularly predictably as well, and not in a good way. So the new game, as yet untitled, is going to be set in the EVE Online universe. This, of course, isn't the first time that CCP have created and set another game in that universe. There was Dust 514 a little while ago. There's also the VR game EVE Valkyrie. Both of those titles are shut down, largely because they weren't very successful. They also have EVE Online Echoes within the same universe, which is the mobile version of the game. Now, no telling quite how popular that is. The Play Store shows it has 1 million downloads, so I suspect it's reasonably popular at the very least. At any rate, all this to say that yes, there are other games set and have been other games set in the EVE Online universe. So this new one is far from the first or far from the second. Now interestingly, this game does seem to have had some development already gone into it. It's already been in a somewhat playable state. There has been some playtesting done on this, and it's also received some money, development funding from a venture capitalist firm. Not a small amount either, $40 million. So, what do we know about this game? Very little, unfortunately, but CCP have said the project will leverage a smart contract blockchain technology, focusing on persistence, composability, and truly open third-party development to create a new relationship between virtual worlds and players. And that is a very much PR statement if I've ever read one. It doesn't really mean a whole lot, does it? So instead of relying on that information, we can turn to the investment firm to see what they have to say. They say this new AAA title will combine CCP's 25 years of game design experience with the latest in blockchain technology to enable a new frontier in player agency and autonomy, and will also be set within the EVE universe. Together, we share the belief that player ownership and governance within an open platform can be a key source of fun that serves to amplify great gameplay and captivating game design. So again, it doesn't really mean a lot. Player ownership there is obviously the key word. It's not really clear to me what a blockchain technology actually brings to a game, other than the point that, well, the whole concept of ownership. But you know, when you play any online game, when you play a live service game, whether it's Warframe, EVE Online, World of Warcraft, Elite Dangerous, anything else, you earn your ship, you earn your weapons, you earn your Warframe. And to all intents and purposes, you as a player do own that. Not legally, but you own it as a player. It's your Warframe, it's your ship to do with as you please within the context of that game. In a sense, it's virtual ownership in a virtual economy inside a virtual world. And this is what has always given EVE Online its rather unique identity, because the whole game, the whole market within that is built on player-created foundations. And that means everything that you own, or at least up until recently, all ships, all weapons, even every single bullet, is player-created. And that has created a wonderful environment within EVE Online. But now it seems that the concept of blockchain is going to change that a little bit, and they want the idea of ownership to exist in a more tangible way, a more measured way, with a proof of ownership tracking. At least that's how it sounds to me. Speculation on my part, of course, because, well, this whole announcement so far is very difficult to pass. But let's put it another way. It all sounds remarkably like NFTs, doesn't it? And there's been so much pushback against NFTs that I'm honestly surprised at this point that any company would make further progress with them and keep continuing in that direction. The only real thought I have on that there is just perhaps these companies are thinking they can attract a new non-gamer audience. They're the only people perhaps that would be quite happy to have NFTs. Or just perhaps these companies have their heads where the sun don't shine and they're completely clueless and out of touch. The third option seems remarkably unlikely, and that is at some point in the future when these games make it to the market, if they make it to the market, and these games turn out to be the next best thing. They turn out to be a true revolution in gaming. And all these players out there, all us players, the scales will fall from our eyes and we will realise that blockchain gaming and NFTs really are the future. Yeah, I can't see that happening, can you? At any rate, it seems that CCP is certainly confident that they can make a run with this, and it seems that the investment firm also are equally confident in this concept to the tune of that $40 million. Unsurprisingly, the community reaction online has not been all that great, at least in gaming circles. It seems though that crypto fans and blockchain fans, all that crowd, are quite happy with it for the most part. But yeah, true gamers, who I assume such a game would be aimed at, don't seem to be too enthusiastic about the whole thing. So, what are your thoughts on all of this? What do you think the game will even be? What does blockchain really mean in the terms of future gaming? Does it mean NFTs? Does it mean something else? Also, another question here I'd love to hear your thoughts on, and that is the distinction between virtual ownership and real ownership. Currently in MMOs, as already stated, you kind of own, you own your Warframe in Warframe. You own your ship in Elite. You might not legally own it, but you do virtually own it. You log into your account and there it is to do with whatever you please. It's not like someone else is going to pick up that ship and go and do something with it. So does it really make any difference if you then legally own it according to a blockchain? What would that really bring to the world? Do let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.